you invest in the training and the theological education of one scholar, he will maybe spend 10, 15, 20 or 30 years teaching in a seminary, year after year, class after class, hundreds and hundreds of those who will become pastors, and then go out and multiply the impact of his ministry.
One thing that we lack in our continent, in Latin America, is a good theological training. People who have the highest degrees in theological education, who are able to do the things that Stott had in mind, like writing the books, setting the example of good biblical theology, and also helping others become better preachers of the biblical message.
What Milton does when he meets with pastors and have them think and explore and research and meditate and share on different topics, pastoral topics that affect the church. I see that the impact of someone who was a scholar helped by Langham, it really touches the church, not only at the academic level, not only in production of literature, but how to work with pastors and help them continue their theological work where really the rubber hits the road.
We are moving between two opposites in our church. One opposite is the superficialism, and the other opposite is distortion, in my opinion. And the ministry of a person like Dr. Milton Acosta helped us as Latin American believers to keep our mind focused on the scriptures. In my opinion, that is the most important help that a ministry like Langham or other ministries similar can do for the Latin American church, and in my opinion for the global church, to keep our focus on the scriptures.
In many ways, what we do is very little compared to what our students do, because we are limited in terms of the number of people that we are able to influence. But the people who are really in touch with the communities, with the church, are the students while they're studying and after they graduate.
The beauty about multiplication is that you don't control it. It's the work of the Holy Spirit. And so these people are starting Bible institutes, discipleship programs, they are writing articles, they are ministering to people in jail, planting new churches, establishing new seminaries. So the multiplication is fascinating. We just have to be faithful where we are, and we have to do what we can. God's going to help us. And as we release those folks, let them go, the Holy Spirit will guide them and will bless them as well. And when we get to heaven, we are going to learn all about the multiplication, and we are going to see the results of our ministry, and we are going to offer those things to Christ to honor Him and to glorify Him.
Langham Partnership is committed to raising up leaders, and we recognize that God places these leaders in communities, and I've seen it. Those communities are transformed, and the borders of those communities are so permeable, and you move out from that community into the transformation of a country. And our vision is to not stop it or contain it there, and we're confident that's what God is doing, transforming not just communities, not just countries, but continents for Christ.